All parks in the world are generally established for a specific reason. So you might find a marine reserve that will save a penguin. So they have to save the habitat of a penguin to save the penguin. You can't save the penguin without the habitat. So all parks in the whole world have a reason to be for their existence, whether it be for quality of water, for forests, or for endangered species. So Pilanesberg is a special place because it's got iconic geological features. Associated with that are habitats that provide for the iconic African mammals, elephants, rhinos, lions, wild dogs, leopards, all the general animal species you would think of, giraffes and zebras. So the purpose of Pilanesberg is preserving this landscape and then the mammals and things that go with it. Out of that, there are going to be rarer mammals that we can conserve, and trees. And so we've got one very endangered tree species that occurs only in the Pilanesberg. It's called the red balloon tree. But the spin-off of preserving the habitat and the landscape of Pilanesberg, we're able to preserve mammals like black rhino, white rhinos, lions, leopards, which are all under threat outside of, they're not very compatible. A lot of these species are not compatible with normal farming land. So these parks are preserved. So we're not preserving these animals, we're conserving. So we're not a preservation society, we're a conservation organisation. So on that sort of level, we're trying to maintain an ecosystem approach to it. In other words, animals live and die, and we want to do as little human interference as possible. But of course, the park is fenced, and the lions can't roam and move on and migrate. Same with elephants and same with all these species. So some species need to be managed more intensely than others. But generally the system runs that because you've got lions and leopards, they have to eat. So generally they are going to keep their prey populations, which would generally be zebras and wildebeest and impalas and things like that. They would keep them in sort of balance with their, so they don't overutilize their own habitat. But there are certain things like elephants that are not affected by those things, and so they have to be probably managed in the future in a different way. So their overpopulation could result in changes to the landscape in terms of the trees and the grasses, and so you need to sort of draw a line in the sand and say, well, we can have so many elephants, and then we've got to start making a plan. Either they can be relocated, or we have a contraception program or things like that to limit their population size. Poaching of elephants is not an issue in most of South African parks. Our business is animals, grass, trees, the management of the park. So we allow, tourism is not our expertise. So what we do is we concession, we call it a concession, to certain hotels and lodges and the game drives and things like that. It's then concessioned out to let other people run those businesses. It's more community involvement then, and it employs more people. So they just pay us, they would pay to have the rights to do something in the park. But it obviously goes under a strict vetting process. You can't just have anybody driving around. It's got to be quality and quality control and things like that. But yes, we don't. So the tourism sector in Pilanesberg specifically is concessioned out. So it's not our problem, but it's under our control.